Hey YouTube, Wes here checking back in with a brand new video for you. So I thought for this video, instead of doing another catch-up video, I thought I would do a more of a recent finds video and talk about my finds from the local Alachua County Friends of the Library book sale. If you're new to the channel, you haven't seen one of my book sale videos before, my local library has a volunteer organization called Friends of the Library, and they have a giant warehouse and they put on a book sale slash media sale twice a year, and it's a huge event. It's one of the largest of its kind in the country. People come in from out of state, dealers come from all around to purchase things at this sale. So it's a really big event, really huge event for the community, and a really awesome sale because there's just, as I said, a huge warehouse filled with books and other types of media, including vinyl records, CDs, movies, sheet music, board games, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're into collecting physical media of any kind, it's definitely a fun event to attend if you're in the North Central Florida area. So anyway, I wanted to talk about that sale happened last week. It started on Saturday and went through Wednesday. And I had the week off last week, which is why there was no video last week, because I took a week off from work and I decided to take a week off from YouTube as well. So I went to the sale on Saturday for the first day, and I went on Wednesday as well for 10-cent day. The last day of the sale, everything is 10 cents a piece, no matter what it is. So all the leftover kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a fun event. So today we're going to talk about the things I found on Saturday, the first day of the sale. I was not there bright and early, right when they opened kind of thing. I'm more of a go in the afternoon when it's more laid back kind of vibe nowadays. You miss out on a lot of stuff, sure, but I can always find interesting things at this sale, no matter if it's the first day or the last day. So not a big deal for me. So I wanted to share what I found with you. These videos are going to be, I'm going to do one video for my Saturday finds and one video for my Wednesday 10-cent day finds. They're going to include both vinyl and CDs. I don't want to split them up this time, and I'll keep them that way. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about the vinyl first, and then we'll talk about the CDs. First thing I have to share with you is a split 7-inch. This is Creamy Electric Santa and Bobby Joe Ebola and the Chicken McNuggets. I believe punk 7-inch single or 7-inch split, 2 songs on each side. Creamy Electric Santa has Nothing Youth Rebellion and Beautiful Boy, Beautiful Girl. And then the Bobby Joe Ebola has The Poor and My Hometown. Just black vinyl split. The inside does have some nice handwritten lyrics and stuff. So it's just a fun thing. I picked this up for 50 cents. I thought it would be a fun one to check out. Next up, we got a promotional single from Elvis Costello and the Attractions. This is Watching the Detectives on the A side, and then the B side is Accidents Will Happen and Allison. So yeah, thought that was a pretty cool 7-inch, and I grabbed that. Next up, moving on to the LPs, we got Eddie Harris with Free Speech from 1970. Nice jazz stuff here. I've kind of struggled with Eddie Harris in the past, but I think I'd like to give more of it a try. I hadn't heard this one before, so I thought I'd grab that. That was $1. This one I picked up strictly just to frame and hang on the wall. I probably will listen to it, but this is Tab Hunter. I didn't know he did a record, but apparently he did. RFD, Tab Hunter, and I thought that was pretty cool find. And yeah, it's going to be cool on the wall. So glad to have found that. That was $1 as well. It actually goes for a little bit as well. So I don't know if it's just rare or what it is, but it's definitely worth more than $1. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so I did set out at this sale to look for some more organ music. I kind of fell back in love with the pipe organ recently. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff, so I just wanted some more in the collection. So I picked up a few things here. E-Power Biggs playing some box stuff. Six Organ Concerto, Sonata to the Easter Canata, and Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring. So yeah, some E-Power Bigs playing Bach. Classic stuff there. You find that type of stuff a lot. That was 25 cents. This I wasn't sure I had. I thought I did and actually did. It turned out to be a duplicate, but a copy of Gordon Lightfoot's Shadows. Yeah, ever since Gordon Lightfoot passed, I'd like to try to get complete on Gordon Lightfoot stuff, even though I do have a lot of Gordon Lightfoot. I was hoping that was something I needed, but didn't spend the time to check while I was there. So that was $2. This one was also $2. Some folk music from Eric Anderson. Today is the Highway. I really, really love Eric Anderson. Great folk artist. This is on the Vanguard label. Yeah, so I have not heard this one before. Looking forward to that. Next up, this is a really cool find. Loudon Wainwright the Third, self-titled, I believe, is this one from 1970. Yeah, definitely want to collect more Loudon Wainwright, and I was glad to find this one. Nice one, still in shrink. Goes for a little bit of money, so it was a good find. Next up, we got Nicolette Larson, all dressed up and No Place to Go. Seen this one many times, just never actually took the time to listen to it or pick it up, so thought, what the heck, for $1, I'll grab it. Next up, Tina Marie, Star Child. 1984 is the year on this one. Yeah, I just love picking up 80s stuff. This is one that hadn't seen before, hadn't grabbed before, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. That was $2 for that one as well. Speaking of the 80s and cool finds, here's a pretty cool one. Apollonia 6, self-titled. Very cool 80s find. Next up, we got a hip-hop compilation, Herbie's Machine, The House That Rap Built, Herbie Lovebug. Got a track on here from, a couple tracks from Antoinette, Future Shock, the Mau Mau Clan, Overlords, Super Lovers, Fabulous 2, Nonstop, and Salt and Peppa are on here as well. So yeah, that should be pretty good. A lot of these groups I'm not familiar with, but I will definitely enjoy checking that out. All right, next up, got a folk blind buy. This one's by Mary Black, Without the Fanfare. Don't know anything at all about this, just had an interesting, unique kind of look to it, kind of a private, almost a private press kind of thing. It's on the Dara Records label, which I'm not real familiar with. Yeah, very, very plain, but it lists a synthesizer as one of the musicians, so I thought it could be fun, could be interesting, so I'll check that one out. It was $1.50 for that. Okay, so I kind of do have a soft spot for this German Schlager kind of stuff. I do have some German heritage in my family and whatnot, so it's kind of fun to put on every now and then. And these were all cheap. They were $1 a piece, so I picked them up. So we got Heinche with Ich Singen Lied Verduk. Yeah. Picked up a Heinche. Fröhlich Weihnachten. German Christmas record. I think this is a pop-up. No, this is not a pop-up, but it is a gatefold. Oh, so yeah. And okay, this is the pop-up. And you can't have German Schlager music without Heino, and this is Heino's Christmas record. And knowing how I love Christmas records, this was a great find. So yeah, I was really happy to find this double LP and a pop-up in the middle as well. Let's see here. So yeah, classic Heino. Gotta love that. Some more organ music. This is on the Vanguard record label. $1 again for this one. Bach being played by Anton Heiler. Bach Vivaldi, number 4, concert for organ. Here is John Bull playing some Renaissance organ music on the Astery label. Here's some more Renaissance organ music. Again, just kind of a blind buy. This was 50 cents. 2 LP set. Just some stuff to spin and enjoy. If I happen to love it, I'll keep it. Probably won't, but it's stuff to have. It's just stuff to enjoy. All right, and then finishing off with a couple more LPs, getting done with the organ music here. Picked up a couple albums from Jane Seabury, great Canadian folk artist. This is No Borders. Here is the title of this, and kind of fitting for today's political climate. Jane Seabury. And then here's Jane Seabury's self-titled album. 1981 is the year on that. So yeah, those are my vinyl finds from the Friends of the Library sale. Now let's talk about some of my CD finds. Yeah, I will comment, CDs are back. I don't need any other proof than the enthusiasm in the CD section at this sale this time. There were a lot more people looking at the CDs than have in the past, including a lot of young people, like 20-somethings and young people. It's not just old folks like me and older, people that grew up with CDs or. Yeah, CDs are definitely back. As I said, there was a lot of enthusiasm for CDs. It was a struggle to dig for them. It was kind of interesting, even though I went later in the day when it's kind of a calmer event. The records were easy breezy to sort of browse through, but getting to the CDs was difficult, even later in the afternoon. So yeah, CDs are back. I don't need any more evidence than what I witnessed at this sale. But I did manage to find a few things for myself. First thing we got here is I don't know if it's not really a box set because it's not in a box, but it is a 3 CD set of Washington Square memoirs. The Great Folk Boom from 1950 to 1970. So a lot of the great, the Weavers and Gene Ritchie and Big Bill Brunzi and Pete Seeger and a lot of those great folk artists from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. This is a nice 3 CD set on the Rhino label. Also has of course, a booklet in front. So yeah, that was a nice compilation set. $3 for that. Thought it was a fair price. Median price on Discogs is $22.36, so that was a good price to get it for $3. Picked up a compilation of Chet Atkins, 3 CD set of Chet Atkins stuff, so all the Chet Atkins you could want right there in one nice little compilation. I've been sort of thinning out some of my Chet Atkins records, so thought I'd like to have a CD. Got a nice hip-hop one here. Eric B. and Rakim, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. That was a nice find. I love these now. That's what I call music compilations. I tend to pick them up when I see them. This was number 77, so fairly recent one, last couple years here. So that was a nice one to find. Nice compilation of Africa Bambaataa, Looking for the Perfect Beat compilation. So, yes. Cool, nice compilation of Africa Bambaataa. I also do really like these Mojo magazine compilations. I don't typically, I buy the magazine once or twice a year, but it's like $15 nowadays to get it here in the States. It's pretty expensive, but I do pick them up from time to time, but I do like the compilations that they come with. This one is The Dawning of a New Era, 15 classic punk and ska tracks. So that was a nice one to find. Next up, got one here from Sharon Van Etten. This is We've Been Going About This All Wrong. Lyrics on the inside of this one. That was a pretty nice find. Most of these were 50 cents, which is surprising. The price is a little bit lower than it has been recently, it seems like. So yeah. Here's a nice one. Still brand new, factory sealed, Tune Yards with Sketchy. The title of this one. I do like some Tune Yard stuff I've heard before on like All Songs Considered and whatnot, so I was happy to find that one. Another Sharon Van Etten. This one's called Tramp. Nice little digipack there. Another one that I've heard on All Songs Considered and enjoyed in the past. We have Serpent with Feet. This is their album titled Deacon. Still brand new, factory sealed as well. So looking forward to checking that one out. And then we have one from John Anderson. This is his Christmas album. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I do like John Anderson. He's a Florida artist, and you know, well-known country artist, and I do like his music. And yeah, it was cool to find it. I didn't even know he did a Christmas album, so that was a really nice find. Glad to pick that up. And then all the rest I have are classical CDs. Most of them are going to be organ music as well. Just a heads up. This first one is not. This is a Philip Glass one called Masterpieces, or no, Dance Pieces. Philip Glass Dance Pieces. So, yeah, some neoclassical kind of stuff from Philip Glass. So that was a cool find. We have the Naxos Organ Encyclopedia, Frank, the Great Organ Works of Volume 2. We have Francois Couperin, Organ Masses, John Baptiste Rubin. Organ shoe pieces from the St. Paul's Cathedral. Another one from Philip Glass, the Heroes Symphony, The Light. We got Frank, Great Organ Works of Volume 1. We got Early English Organ Music Volume 1. These are all on the Naxos label. We got English Organ and Music Volume 2. And we have Swellink Organ Works. So those are my finds from Saturday, the Friends of the Library sale. For the Spring 2025 sale, stay tuned for my 10-cent day finds from this recent sale last week. Thank you very much for watching. Leave me any comments you have down in the comment section down below. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. And if you'd like to be kept up to date with future videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, great night. Remember, there is no bad music, only music you don't like. Stay woke and enjoy some great music. Cheers.